This morning, getting you ready for your commute. What you need to know before hitting the road.
Plus, a deadly shooting on Madison's north side. Ahead, what police were seen doing during their investigation.
And the House is set to vote on the Epstein files today. What the bill's co-sponsors fear could happen if it passes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Tuesday, November 18th. I'm Kyrie Unley.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. A lot of rain out there this morning. It's where those temperatures are starting to drop, those where we're seeing a little bit of snow.
Yes, so make sure you're ready to head out the door this morning. We have the woman with all the answers, meteorologist Savannah Brito.
What?
Hey guys.
No pressure.
Yeah,
Got
no
all the
pressure.
answers.
I know.
pressure.
I feel like I gotta do something special now out there.
Maybe,
but,
bust a move or something. That's good.
I don't know. Maybe later.
Yes.
Later. But yeah, luckily, guys, most of us are just seeing rain at this point in time. But we do have a few areas reporting slick travel because we are seeing that transition with cooler temperatures up north of Camp Douglas. That is a loop over the last hour. So near La Crosse, Black River Falls, Camp Douglas, north of Wisconsin Dells. That's where we have seen freezing rain and snow. And all of that is pretty much at this point in time still even north of Camp Douglas, Black River Falls, seeing some blue. There is still some pockets of purple, which is freezing drizzle, and that leaves a light coating of the freezing rain slick spots out there on roads, sidewalks, parking lots. If you're traveling northwest of Madison, leave a little bit of extra time for any commutes. Outside of our viewing area, pretty much northward, Neilsville, Stevens Point, seeing that transition over to snow. We still near Arcadia, north of La Crosse, have the purples, but locally across Madison and Dane County right now, just seeing some showers. I don't think we're going to see that transition happen here across Dane County, and definitely not for areas south of here, Platteville, Monroe, or Janesville, just because temperatures are a little bit warmer. Belleville, Mount Horeb, Perry, north of Cross Plains, up near Wanakee, Sun Prairie, and near Cottage Grove, seeing some spotty showers. They're a little bit more widespread and heavy near Perry and Belleville. That's eventually going to move in for the city of Madison as well. We'll talk about when this system's expected to move out of here and a preview of what Thanksgiving could look like next week.
All right, Savannah, thanks. All right, let's get a live look at photojournalist Chris Hawbaker, Bubba, as we like to call him, headed north on Highway 51 at last check towards the Dells, where temperatures are starting to cool down. He is just running into a lot of rain, though. Again, kind of to recap what Savannah was just talking about, we do have some partially covered roads, according to WSDOT's 511 traffic map, up near the Black River Falls area near Osseo. Closest thing to us, though, Highway 13 south of Nakusa and I-39 in the Plainfield area. Those are both partially covered, according to WSDOT. So just take it easy out there. Those temperatures drop just a little bit. We know how quickly things can change.
Yes.
Want to turn now to some developing news this morning. Madison police have not announced yet any arrests or named any suspects in yesterday's deadly shooting.
Police found the victim, a man in his 20s, lying with a gunshot wound on Brentwood Parkway by Warner Park around 2:45 yesterday afternoon. At the scene, officers used a loudspeaker to ask someone to come out of their home with their hands up. Police searched the area and released an initial person of interest after they provided a statement. Anyone with information is asked to contact Madison Area Crime Stoppers at 608-266-6014 or online at p3tips.com. Authorities say the shooting was targeted and there is no ongoing threat to the public. You can get the latest updates on this story and more sent straight to your phone with the Channel 3000 News app. With the app, you'll receive breaking news push alerts as soon as they happen. It's free to download. Just search Channel 3000 in your phone's app store.
6:03 now, also developing this morning. Police have not made any arrests related to this fiery crash that happened on the Beltline yesterday that ended up killing one person. Madison police say the cause of that crash was reckless driving. Police say two cars were racing. One car hit an unrelated vehicle and then pushed it into a semi-truck, causing that car to flip and start fire. The crash shut down all westbound lanes and two eastbound lanes of the Beltline at Todd Drive. Listen to what a witness heard and saw.
Horrible sound of an accident and then scraping, and looked over in the direction of where the vehicle was, and then it immediately burst into flames, and there were red flames coming out of the car. And then about 2 minutes later, then a big plume of black smoke started coming out. I've never seen a plume of smoke like that coming from a burning vehicle before.
Also here, police say that 3 people involved in the crash took off. The investigation continues this morning.
Madison police are also investigating another deadly crash and car fire on the city's east side. Madison Fire says it happened yesterday afternoon on frontage road of southbound US 51 near SSM Health Urgent Care. The car hit a tree and caught fire. Firefighters pulled the driver out, but the person did die at the scene. Authorities say this crash does not appear to be related to the Beltline incident.
In Washington today, the House is expected to vote on releasing the Jeffrey Epstein case files.
Advocates say the files could show potential ties between the late convicted sex offender and powerful figures, including President Donald Trump, who denies any wrongdoing and has not been charged. One of the bill's strongest supporters says it could pass with a veto-proof majority after gathering enough signatures. House Speaker Mike Johnson says a delay caused by the shutdown is now behind him, and he is warming to the bill because the Senate can make revisions.
They'll be able to correct some of those concerns that we have, the protection of victims and whistleblowers and all the rest.
This comes after Trump's reversal on the vote over the weekend. He now says he would sign it if passed. However, the discharge petition sponsors say they are worried Trump could pressure the DOJ to open new probes on the files.
Well, heads up if you live in Madison this week, the fire department is going to burn down 2 houses on purpose. It's part of a training. Both houses are on Milwaukee Street and were donated. This will happen tomorrow and Thursday before the property is redeveloped. The training sessions will be live. They will also have supervision from the department's fire training division. Roads will continue to operate as normal, so no shutdowns. There's no need to call 911. Well, here's a sign that the holidays are getting closer. The trees that are set to go up at the state capitol and the governor's mansion have now been harvested. Check them out. The Wisconsin Christmas Tree Producers Association says the tree headed to the capitol this year is a 30-foot tall balsam fir. The smaller 20 to 25-foot tree is going to be placed outside the governor's mansion. Both trees were picked up from the Dave and Mary Vandevelden's tree field in Oconto County.
All right, 'tis the season.
All right.
So you will be picking out your tree soon.
Usually wait until the weekend, or it's the first weekend in December.
Well, that's.
I just can't
I was
keep
like,
them
can you
fresh
not wrap your
enough.
mind? It's like it's coming. It's coming
I know,
up
it's just
though.
a few weeks away. It
like
really
a couple
is.
weeks. Yes.
I know. I do love the smell of a freshly cut Christmas tree.
Yes. And, you know, with the season comes other things like weather changes, and that's what we're tracking this morning. Savannah, what can people expect as they're heading out?
Yeah, we are seeing the change in seasons and change in precipitation this morning. Most of us are still only dealing with rain. We saw some snowflakes on radar that was not able to overcome drier air yesterday evening, but the areas that are seeing a little bit of accumulating snow is far northwest of Madison. Up near Black River Falls, we've seen mixed precipitation all throughout the morning there. Purples, and then we saw that brief transition to snow. That's going to continue to be the case where temperatures are on the cusp of freezing level. All these areas that are dealing with snow, Neillsville, Stevens Point, north of Watoma, outside of our immediate viewing area. So most of us are dealing with rain, but if you are traveling up north for work near Wausau, up near Stevens Point, those areas definitely allow a little bit of extra time. We'll talk about when the system moves out and our next system that we're keeping an eye on.
Savannah, thank you. And coming up in the 608, we're getting an update from the Goodman Community Center on the Thanksgiving basket drive. Josh Sprider is looking at the donation so far and how you can still help.
And we are keeping an eye on the roads this morning. Here's a live look at Madison where we're seeing rain coming up. We'll see how the conditions are further north.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Well, good morning and happy Tuesday. We're still seeing mixed precipitation far north of Madison, but just rain because temperatures here across Dane County and especially areas southward are still well above freezing level. But those near La Crosse, Black River Falls, and Camp Douglas still seeing that transition because those temperatures are at 34, 35, and 36 degrees, a little bit closer to freezing level. Really outside of our viewing area, if you're traveling far north across central Wisconsin, up near Stevens Point, Wapaka, and Neillsville, rainfall, that's where we're seeing that transition solely over to snow. But still seeing a lot of purple on radar, pockets of purple at least, up near Black River Falls, Blair, Arcadia, Gale, really north of La Crosse this morning. That's all freezing rain, and that is allowing for some slick travel up there. But across Dane County, near Sun Prairie, Waunakee, Cottage Grove and Fitchburg, along with Belleville, just some spotty showers. There will be pockets of heavier showers that reduce visibility as we go through the next couple of hours. As we get closer to 8:30, I think that's when Dane County and especially areas to our southwest near Prairie du Chien and Platteville dry out. Areas up near Watoma and Black River Falls could still see some snow falling. That's why we left alert day conditions in place north of Wisconsin Dells. We're still 1 to 2 inches at most of slushy snowfall accumulation could build up. Some of that could still build up on roadways too, but mainly grassy and elevated surfaces. Slick travel is the biggest concern out there as we head north of Madison this morning. As we get closer to lunchtime now, still a couple of flurries out there or light lingering showers. This is not going to lead to any accumulation as far as rainfall or snowfall goes at that point in time. We're still going to be cloudy though as we head closer to dinner time, and that's where we'll stay through the overnight hours and into Wednesday. As far as who has the best chance of seeing commute issues, still looking at up near Wisconsin Dells and northward, because those areas we're keeping an eye on still could fall to freezing level this morning. We're not really concerned about that across Dane County or areas south for sure, where we're just seeing rain at this point in time, but that's at least until mid to late morning. So today we focus on snow squalls, the second day of Winter Weather Awareness Week. So skies could be clear, but then they're sudden and onset. You get these intense bursts of snow and really, really gusty wind, creating near whiteout conditions, rapidly deteriorating road conditions where you really can't see anything at all. If you do see the National Weather Service issue a snow squall warning, we're not looking at that today, but that is possible as we get closer and further into the winter season. They usually last under 2 hours, specifically targeted 30 to 60 minutes is what we typically see those for, and they're not super common across southern Wisconsin, but the last couple of winters we did see those. It is for a short duration, and if the National Weather Service does issue that, you usually see whole counties for like winter weather advisories. For snow squall warnings, it's very specific targeted cities and areas, so it's not an entire county that sees that usually. 40 degrees then is your high today. We're down to 33 tonight. And as we head closer to Thanksgiving, I do think we'll see temperatures fall a bit and cloudy skies.
All right, Thanksgiving in the 10-day now. Here we go. Savannah, thank you. 6:15, let's see what's going on in the 608. We're getting an update on the Thanksgiving basket drive this morning and where donations stand.
Our Josh Fighter is live at the Gutman Community Center with how you can help. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you guys. So the last time we were here at Goodman last week, we were over in the pantry, and now we've moved over to the gym because of all of the donations that have already come in, of course, for our Thanksgiving basket drive. Francesca Frisk is joining us. Francesca, it's good to see you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So it looks like we're off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah, we started collecting donations this past Saturday, and the gym is already starting to fill up.
You know, this is a promising sign that people are coming forward again for year 37 of our Thanksgiving basket drive.
37th, your 7th,
yes.
Helping us cover this. Yeah, it's great to see the community show up and show support, and it's always an inspiring thing to see.
You know, so you guys started accepting donations the weekend earlier this year. So how do you think that that's having an impact so far in the drive?
Yeah, we think that people have busy lives during the week, so making more opportunities for people to drop off donations on the weekend has really helped. We saw about 200 turkeys show up over the weekend and a ton of food that's here in the gym.
Yeah, and you can't see it inside, but you have the refrigeration trucks now outside, of course, for those turkeys. So, I mean, this is a whole process that takes a lot of time and a lot of energy.
Yeah, we start planning in the spring for Thanksgiving, which is not something most people say, but it's a big event for our center and for our community, and happy to do it.
So how long do people have to be able to donate this year?
So we'll take donations here at Goodman Center until Sunday, 5 p.m. So they have plenty of time to get out, buy a turkey, buy some cooking oil, stuffing, that sort of a thing, and drop it off with us.
And then it's always fun to see it all kind of come into fruition at the end when you guys get to start handing out these baskets. It's such a special opportunity here.
Yeah, we've registered over 4,000 Dane County families to come and get their groceries for Thanksgiving. So they'll start rolling in Saturday morning.
You know, one of the most amazing things here is you guys don't really need any volunteers anymore because the community steps up so much, which is unusual, right? Many organizations are always asking for volunteers, and you are like, hey, we have enough. Just keep donating.
Yeah, we have over 500 volunteers signed up for this event, and it fills up so fast. I had someone joke that it's like trying to get a Taylor Swift ticket.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
All right, we have a graphic we want to show folks of all of the donations that you guys are looking for, because we're talking about some big numbers for 4,000 families.
Yeah, definitely. We, we're collecting canned vegetables, stuffing, cooking oil, brownie mix, lots of different things.
You know, when you look at these families that get these baskets, this is such a special thing for them, because this is a Thanksgiving meal for them. This is that traditional holiday meal, and that's why you guys continue to do this year after year.
Yeah, bringing your family together and continuing your traditions. It's so valuable to kind of share a meal over with your loved ones, and for some folks, it's just too much of a financial strain. So it's wonderful that Madison provides this for folks.
Yeah, we're happy to help out as well. Francesca, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about the Thanksgiving Basket Drive, again, you have until Sunday to donate, and we'll start handing out those baskets this weekend to 4.
Okay, more than 500 volunteers. Amazing work. Love seeing the community come together.
Always do. Josh, we'll talk to you in a bit. Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share in the 608. If you have an idea you'd like to see featured, reach out and let him know about it. Well, bad news for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo will get an MRI today after exiting last night's game against the Cavs. On the road in Cleveland, Bucks came out hot. Check out this move by Giannis down low. He powers it in there for the finish. Bucks up 8-2. Later, Bucks in transition. Giannis will finish there, up 20-10 at that point. But here's where things go south. Second quarter, Giannis makes a move inside, tweaks something. The team is saying it is a strained groin. Milwaukee loses 118-106. Again, he'll have an MRI today. Bucks return to Pfizer Forum Thursday to take on the 76ers.
Turning now to the Packers, who continue to take in their weekend win over the Giants.
However, as senior Packers writer Jason Wilde reports, Coach LaFleur says there were some things that they still need to improve on before their next game against the Vikings.
Good morning, everybody from Lambeau Field. Matt LaFleur was not making any apologies for the Packers' win Sunday over the New York Giants, a team that had come into the game with a 2-8 record. But he was lamenting some of the missed opportunities that his team squandered, that it cannot afford to squander, when they face the Minnesota Vikings here at Lambeau Field on Sunday.
I would say the missed opportunities is what kind of bothers you. The multiple drops on both sides of the ball. When you look at, I mean, you coulda, woulda, shoulda. I mean, you had 5 opportunities to come away with interceptions, and we had 1.
We'll see if the Packers can solve their issues with the drops when they take on the Vikings, another important game here at Lambeau, where they lost back-to-back games before Sunday's win at the Meadowlands. We'll have full coverage of everything Packers on our website, channel3000.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for our Packers newsletter, which delivers our coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Jason, thank you. Still ahead, we are taking a quick look at some of the hottest toys hitting the market this holiday season.
And Dane County rolling out a new feature at the airport to help travelers with Alzheimer's and dementia.
Welcome back. We're taking a look at what's trending this morning. The holiday shopping season is underway, and experts say now is a great time to buy toys.
Well, I'm still behind.
Yeah.
You're both saying that you've been like way ahead on your shopping.
Yeah, we're gonna have Savannah slide on in here.
Oh yeah, I was updating the trivia graphic. It didn't update, but we're good now.
Yeah, so she said she's already like halfway done. I've already completed some for my daughters and you know, some other people. So hey, there we go. So popular picks this year include the $30 Hyper Burst set, where kids build tracks and battle mini cars and tie in toys from the new movie Wicked for the good, like the Glinda Vanity Kit. And this right here is for creative fun. Crayola offers a tool that turns any marker into a washable airbrush, which I feel like this has been done before.
Yeah, I've had a set like that.
Definitely feel like it's been done before. And then big ticket items like the Nintendo Switch 2 cost hundreds, but affordable options like Marshmallow Madness provide hours of laughter. And experts warn waiting for sales can be risky as stocks run low quickly and many shoppers expect prices to be higher this year. So jump on it when you can.
Your kid or somebody in your life wants a gift, just get it now.
Just grab it.
Just get it.
All those sales are going on right now. I've been looking at them.
We got another weather trivia question.
Let's go.
It's related to snow squalls. This is a little small. I'll read the answers though. What is not a way that you can safely what are one of the options that you do not need to do during a snow squall warning? They're a little hard to read. My glasses not working that great this morning. If we could take that full, that'd be great. There we go. Drive at exactly 25 miles per hour. Have a way to get warnings, reduce speed, and use your low beams. Or consider
I'm gonna go
an
D.
alternate route. Which one is not a way you can stay safe?
A.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no exact mile per hour.
Back after this.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, no. Well, we're tracking the changing conditions outside this morning. We'll talk about which parts of the viewing area could still get some snow.
And we're keeping an eye on how all of this is impacting the morning commute. We'll check our traffic cameras and our live drive.
And also this morning, no suspects in custody after a deadly shooting on Madison's north side. What we know so far.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning.
All right. A lot of rain out there.
Lots to go on the radar. Lots of green. I'm suited and booted for the occasion.
Yeah, you matching the radar, kind of nice this morning. Well, check out what we're giving away here in a few minutes. Look at this.
The good old shovel. You're going to need it soon before you know it.
Maybe if you're up in
design.
Fond du Lac this morning.
Cushion handle, carbon steel tip
is
here.
It quality?
Is it?
Polymorphic design.
Okay, really?
Whatever.
Chris knows about shovels.
And let's not forget the logo on it.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the logo.
Certified most
warn
accurate
weather.
5 years running, first warn weather
go.
team
Within
endorsed.
Oh, yeah.
Snow shovel. Coming up at the end of the block, we'll give that thing away.
All right. Yeah, we'll have the details on day 2, both of Winter Weather Awareness Week, and who won with a nice winter looking picture. We do have some areas waking up with some of that snow. That's basically just in these areas north and near Camp Douglas, north of Wisconsin Dells, where temperatures are on the cusp of freezing level. We've achieved about 37 or so degrees across Madison and areas southward, which is why we're not seeing that transition here. So locally across Dane County, that's basically just north of New Glarus and getting into parts of Fitchburg, Belleville, near Black Earth, Prairie du Sac, up north of Waunakee. That is going to eventually track in across the city of Madison. So rain, but luckily we're not seeing any freezing rain. That's a different story and has been over the last several hours up near Black River Falls. We've had a traffic camera there and you could really see cars taking it easy. According to Wisconsin Department of Transportation, there has been some slick spots north of Wisconsin Dells. We also have a live drive up in that area as well this morning. Outside, if you're heading up towards Wausau, Stevens Point, and up basically north of Beaver Dam, that's where areas are more slick because of snow and 1 to 2 inches of slushy snowfall accumulation still possible up there. I don't think we're going to see that transition luckily here across Dane County, but there might be a little bit of slick conditions because of rain out there locally this morning. We'll talk about when the system is expected to move out of here.
All right, sounds good. Savannah, let's give you that live look of the roads this morning.
Photojournalist Chris Hall-Baker live on the roads right now, coming back this way toward Madison.
Yeah, and this is where we've seen a lot of rain. There was some heavy rain earlier this morning. That band is moving on out of here again. The trouble spots, WSDOT's 511 map showing some partially covered roadways between the Eau Claire and the Black River Falls area and around Stevens Point. Everything to the south should be pretty good, mainly wet. Again, watch for the changing conditions. Things drop a little bit in temperatures. It could get a little bit slick this morning, but so far so good here in southern Wisconsin.
All right, we'll stay on top of the weather conditions by downloading the free First Warn Weather app. We got you covered. You can find that in your app store. Now to some developing news this morning. Police say no one is in custody after a deadly shooting on Madison's north side.
Police found the victim, a man in his 20s, lying with a gunshot wound on Brentwood Parkway by Warner Park around 2:45 yesterday afternoon. At the scene, officers came over a loudspeaker asking someone to come out of their home with their hands up. They conducted a search and released an initial person of interest after they provided a statement. Now they're asking for your help.
This is where we really need the community to come forward. If you've seen something, heard something, again, heard something through the rumor mill, please provide that information with our team so we can begin the process of making an arrest.
The Crime Stoppers number is 608-266-6014, or you can do it anonymously online by logging on to p3tips.com. Police are calling the shooting targeted, saying there is no ongoing threat to the public this morning.
You can get the latest updates on this story and more sent straight to your phone with the Channel 3000 News app. The app sends breaking news push alerts as soon as they happen. It's free to download. Just search Channel 3000 in your phone's app store.
Also developing this morning, police have not made any arrests related to that fiery car crash on the Beltline. Madison police say the cause of yesterday morning's crash, reckless driving. Police say two cars were racing when one hit an unrelated vehicle and then pushed it into a semi-truck, causing that vehicle to flip and catch fire. This led to all westbound and two eastbound lanes of the Beltline at Todd Drive to close. Police say 3 people then got into another vehicle and left the scene. No injuries reported, but the investigation continues this morning.
Madison police are also investigating a deadly crash and car fire on the city's east side. Madison fire crews say it happened yesterday afternoon on Frontage Road off southbound US 51 near the SSM Health Urgent Care. The car hit a tree and then caught fire. Firefighters pulled the driver from the vehicle, but the person died at the scene. Authorities say this crash does not appear to be related to the Beltline crash.
And in Washington today, the House is expected to vote on a measure to force the release of the Epstein files.
It comes after President Donald Trump changed course and publicly urged Republicans to support the effort, though he still says the Epstein issue is a hoax. Questions about the president's ties with Epstein were renewed after the release of emails from the late convicted sex trafficker and one-time Trump friend. The president has said they had a falling out more than a decade ago, and he had no knowledge of Epstein's crimes. Some lawmakers are concerned that the president's push for new investigations into the Epstein case could limit what's released. Some survivors of Epstein's abuse are expected to speak outside of the Capitol this morning ahead of the vote.
The UN Security Council approving President Trump's peace plan for Gaza. It allows member countries to help rebuild Gaza and join an international stabilization force to dismantle its military infrastructure. The Palestinian Authority endorses the resolution. Hamas says it still ignores key Palestinian rights.
And some more local news today. QTS will present an overview of its data center plan to the DeForest Village Board. The board will not take any action on the proposal during this meeting. The village anticipates it will receive an official annexation petition and additional entitlement submission from QTS in November. Anyone is allowed to go to this meeting at DeForest Area High School. The meeting is set to start at 6 p.m.
6:36 now. Bucks news. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the team star, will get an MRI today after exiting last night's game against the Cavs. On the road in Cleveland, Bucks came out hot. We can watch the highlights here. Giannis got injured. That's what you need to know. Oh, there we go. All right. So early on, Bucks were rolling. Giannis powers one in there to put him up 8-2. A little bit later, Bucks in transition here. Giannis would get the ball. Nice little floater there. It's good to put the Bucks up 20-10. Here's where things go south. Giannis tries to move to the left inside, but he tweaks something. The team is calling it a strained groin. And then the Cavs take it from there. Milwaukee loses 118-106. The Bucks return to Pfizer Forum Thursday to take on the 76ers. Badger men's basketball in action last night, taking on Southern Illinois Edwardsville. First half, Andrew Rohde. That one's good. Badgers were rolling. Later, Nick Boyd. He'll give the Badgers the lead with this little pull-up jumper there. John Blackwell, 24 points last night for Bucky. He's having himself a season. Badgers win easily, 94-69. Next up, though, a real test. 7th-ranked BYU this Friday. All right, First Warn Weather Team showcased their winter weather special back last month. they talked with Tim Hawbach, the National Weather Service in Milwaukee, about snow squalls.
Listen to why Tim finds them so important for the media to educate viewers about.
When there's low visibility, you might not be able to see up ahead that there's this multi-car accident that's happened and you drive right into it. So very dangerous situation that we're trying to warn people of.
You can hear more from Tim and the National Weather Service on channel3000.com. There you can find the entire Winter Ready special. And speaking of the special, I think it's time for a special announcement.
Yeah, the second.
Okay.
The second winner is, get a drum roll.
Okay, we got. Let's see it.
Scott Moore from Madison.
Okay, way to go, Scott.
Let's check out his shot.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
Very nice.
Look at the ice crystals on that tree.
Yeah.
Very snowy.
Be
So
here
again,
before we know it.
Scott Moore from Madison. He's the second winner of the second Winter Weather Awareness Day.
This seems pretty
Pretty
quality.
good?
Yeah, it's nice and sharp,
Oh, yeah.
ready to scoop. I was saying, better watch yourself if you yeah, just be careful with that one.
Can't test it out on the patio this morning.
No,
We don't have any snow here.
I'm not upset about it
Yeah,
either.
no, me either.
We have plenty of season. We have the fall to get through still.
Yeah.
And we haven't even gotten to winter yet.
Still got a
so.
whole month until the winter
You
solstice.
be careful with that blade there. Yes.
Safety first.
Yes, but yeah, good shovel.
Congratulations.
Yes, congrats.
Congratulations, Scott Maurer, the winner of the first Warren Weather Snow Shovel. Good stuff.
We have 3 winners to come, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we will announce those winners. Stay tuned during our morning show on News 3 Now. We are waking up with some of the areas seeing snow, though. That's all north of Camp Douglas this morning, north of even Wisconsin Dells. We're just seeing some normal rain here across Dane County in the Madison area. But if you are traveling up north for work and anything you got going on, probably want to allow a little bit of extra time because we do have some slick spots being reported up near Black River Falls, Camp Douglas, and north of Fond du Lac. Although snow showers are starting to move further and further away from us, I don't think we're going to see that transition. We'll have an update on when this is going to move completely out of here Tuesday.
Savannah, thank you. Coming up in the 608, we're getting an update from the Goodman Community Center on the Thanksgiving Basket Drive. Josh Prider is looking at the donations so far and how you can still help.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We still do have alert day conditions in place. Areas north of Wisconsin Dells through mid to late morning Tuesday. That's where slick travel and up to 1 to 2 inches of slushy snow remains in the forecast. That's where we're seeing that transition happen. Temperatures are still too warm in Madison. We're not going to see them fall anymore here south of Wisconsin Dells, especially areas near Monroe, Janesville, and Platteville. So anything that we see as far as precipitation goes here across most of the area, just some rainfall. There is pockets of heavy rain that could reduce visibility out there this morning. Up near La Crosse, Black River Falls, Camp Douglas, those have been the focal points far across south central Wisconsin that have seen that transition all morning the last several hours to freezing rain and even some of that Blue Witches snow on radar. So if you do have to travel up along I-39 towards Stevens Point this morning, probably going to see a couple of areas of slick spots, especially on back roads, maybe even parking lots and sidewalks. North of Black River Falls up towards Bridge Creek, that's where some freezing drizzle is still in the forecast. Arcadia seeing that purple as well, but again, across Dane County, we are just seeing rain. South of the city, near Fitchburg, Stoughton, some spotty heavier showers, Sun Prairie, and then especially up near Arena and Prairie du Sac, you see those pockets of yellow. Those are the heavier showers that we have. As we work towards lunchtime, that's when we're expecting the dry weather to return. But yeah, we are starting to see temperatures warm up a little bit closer to 40 in Janesville, 38 in Monroe, still at 37 in Madison. But those areas up near Black River Falls, that is just a degree warmer than freezing level. The reason behind that transition we're seeing. Watoma's also at 35, very close to freezing level, along with Camp Douglas and Wisconsin Dells. So those areas still could see that transition yet about the next half an hour, and then those areas will see rain. Watoma and Black River Falls, I think, solely seeing that mixed precipitation until late morning, and then by lunchtime, that's expected to move out of our viewing area northeast. We still could have some light snowflakes and some light areas of drizzle or mist that does still reduce our visibility out there at least until lunchtime. After that point in time, we're drying out. So as we head closer to 3 to 4 p.m., Still cloudy with temperatures right about 40, but at that point we are dry. Looking at Thanksgiving as we head into next Thursday in that time frame, I think we're going to be near normal as far as temperatures go. Maybe a little bit more active though as we head into next week too. So yeah, we'll start warm as we head into Sunday and Monday, and then temperatures through the week are expected to fall.
All right, Savannah, thanks. 646 in the 608 this morning. We're getting updates on the Thanksgiving basket drive this morning, where donations are coming in.
Our Josh Spider is live at the Goodman Community Center with how you can help. Oh, he's ready. He's ready.
Morning, Josh.
Good morning, guys. You know it's a tradition by now. 7 years in the making. I always dress up like a turkey in the Goodman gym. It's for a good cause, of course, the Thanksgiving basket drive. And also in costume is Francesca Friss this morning. You're also looking good.
Yeah, I couldn't let you do it alone.
Well, it's a little chilly outside this morning. I can tell you what, it is nice and toasty in this costume. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know, you guys are off to a really, really good start here. Of course, we're hoping to feed 4,000 families. And you opened up donations a couple of days sooner than you typically do. And it looks like it's paying off so far.
Yeah, so we have 4,000 families already signed up to get our Thanksgiving baskets. Now it's our time to get the food that we promised these folks. So we are accepting donations. We started on Saturday for the first time this year, and it's helping. We've got a gym full of food. We have volunteers coming in later today that are going to get this all organized.
And you have the trucks that just pulled in this morning, of course, the refrigeration for the turkeys. I mean, we're talking about some pretty big numbers because 4,000 families, that's a lot of food.
It's a big operation. So we have 2 semi-trailers outside that have, we have over 3,000 turkeys here on site already. So it's getting started.
So obviously you mentioned it's off to a good start, but you guys still have a long ways to go.
Yeah, we do. I mean, when you're talking about these bigger numbers, every little bit counts. So we still need over 800 turkeys, which, you know, is great that that number's lower, but that's still a lot of turkeys. And we are saying we can't count you as one of those turkeys. So we definitely need all those donations to come in.
Yeah, the biggest turkey of them all here, but I don't think that tastes too good. So, you know, one of the most amazing things about the Thanksgiving basket drive, and we talk about this year after year, is you guys have so many volunteers that come forward that you are actually turning people away right now because you've kind of reached your max.
Yeah, we have a sign up for our volunteer process. It fills up really quick because people love this. They look forward to doing it every year. So we are great on volunteers, and we feel really grateful for that.
And so this might be an opportunity to like just bring in those donations, maybe set up a food drive at your business organization to get creative with it.
Exactly. There's still ways to get involved. I love seeing the folks bring their food in and tell the stories of what inspired them to do it. The elementary school down the street will bring their wagon full of donations at some point during the week. You know, it's really fun to see all the little things come in and the community come together.
So we have a graphic we want to put up because we're talking, of course, about a lot of donations here and everything to make that traditional Thanksgiving meal. And people can donate all the way through Sunday. And this weekend's also the opportunity where it all pays off. You start to hand out these baskets, and this is such a special thing for so many families.
Yeah, there are tears. Folks will be so touched when they come through. We hear some pretty amazing stories of people feeling just the love from Madison when they get to participate in this event.
Yeah, and a 37-year tradition, so we're going to make this year the best year yet. Of course, how can we not when we're talking turkey, right? Francesca, thank you so much, and thanks again for the costume. Appreciate it. If you'd like to learn more, of course, News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of this event. You can go to the story up on channel3000.com. And also another tradition, I know Stanford's been waiting for this. Got to do the old turkey call, so I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Josh's animals impressions are always spot on.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share in the 608. If you have an idea for him, reach out and let him know about it.
Oh, that was good.
It was.
It was very good, Josh. Thank you. Next in the morning sprint, we'll tell you why the Overture Center is getting ready to light up.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture, would you? We'll show it on TV. .653, time for the morning sprint.
Let's take a look at road conditions this morning as they're changing. We have photojournalist Chris Hall-Baker live out here getting you prepared as you head out this morning. Looks like mostly wet roads, but of course we're keeping track of that. We'll keep you updated all morning.
Authorities still searching for suspects in a deadly shooting on Madison's north side. Police discovered a man in his 20s with a deadly gunshot wound on Brentwood Parkway near Warner Park yesterday afternoon. After a search, a person of interest was released. Police this morning, though, were asking if you have any information to contact Madison Crime Stoppers. Police do believe this was a targeted incident. There's no ongoing threat to the public.
Police have not made any arrests related to a fiery crash on the Beltline. Police say 2 cars were racing when one car hit an unrelated vehicle and pushed it into a semi-truck, causing it to flip and catch on fire. This led to all westbound and 2 eastbound lanes on the Beltline at Todd Drive to close. Police say 3 people got into another vehicle and left the scene. No injuries reported, but this investigation remains ongoing.
Madison police investigating a different crash. This is a car fire as well that killed one person. It happened on the east side. Madison Fire says it happened on the frontage road of southbound US 51 near the SSM Health Urgent Care yesterday. The car hit a tree and then caught fire. Firefighters pulled the person out of the car, but they died at the scene. The crash in the Beltline do not appear to be related.
The House is expected to vote as soon as today on a measure compelling the DOJ to release all of its files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The bill is expected to pass the House with Republican support, but it remains unclear whether the Senate will take up the measure. The bill would also need a signature from President Trump.
The crews of the Overture are working on putting up the holiday lights in front of the rotunda, the main entrance. The decorating comes just in time for the start of the Overture Center's holiday show season. This weekend is the Overture's first one with Handel's Messiah. There are still tickets available. You can log on to tickets.overture.org.
Today, QTS will present an overview of its data center plan to the DeForest Village Board. The board will not take any action on the proposal during this meeting. The village anticipates it will receive an official annexation petition and additional entitlement submission from QTS later this month. Anyone is allowed to go to the meeting at DeForest Area High School in the South Commons. The meeting is set to start at 6 p.m.
Well, we are seeing lower visibilities out there pretty much across most of the area. The few that are reporting 10 full visibility, we're down to 2.5 in Madison. That's because we do have a couple of pockets of heavier showers. Still this morning, the transition all well north of Wisconsin Dells. That's where we are seeing some slick travel. So just take it easy and stay up to date with the First Warn Weather Team and forecast.
Savannah, thank you.
CBS Mornings is next.